Hey guys, welcome to the mic drop, where we bring the mic drop digitally into the comfort of your living room. My name's Lexirosa.poet. I'm a part of AOTA Creative, and this is the mic drop. The mic drop originally started in April of last year, and the goal was to get creatives in a safe space to perform what they got, build the confidence, show us their original work, show us covers. And since we can't meet together, we decided we could meet digitally. So you get to watch the show at home, even if you've never showed up to Blue Owl. The show has been brought to you by AOTA, All of the Above Hip Hop Academy. They do programmings in schools. And what they do is they provide hip hop culture, creative culture. They just encourage people to share their gift of art. And so today the lineup is super cool, very diverse. I'm super excited for all of you today. First up, we have Gabe Hammis. Hey, Gabe.
Hey, how's it going?
Then we have Gabe Peacock and Emmanuel Peary.
Hey.
Then we have Jacob Gibson.
Cheers, mate.
And then we have Rose Jungmi Cooper.
Yeah, hey.
And then, of course, my lovely partner in crime and co-host, Keontae Saxton, is here to help run the show.
How we doing?
Awesome. So I'm super glad that you guys are here. So first up on the mic, we have Gabe Hammis. Gabe, how are you doing?
Doing awesome. I'm doing awesome. Thanks for asking me to play.
We are so thankful to have you. How are things in your neck of the woods, in your home?
Man, I'm just trying to stay safe, stay healthy. I'm a homeschool kid, so I don't get the freedom to have no school from public schools being off and stuff like that. But, that's all right. Get my education in, hang out with family, producing, playing music as much as I can.
Yeah, you've been doing some stuff on your social media. I've checked, I've clicked on some things of yours.
Yeah. I'm trying to, put some awesome, videos out into the world, put some happiness into the world. There's a lot of sadness going on right now, scarcity, nervousness. And so what I'm trying to do is trying to put some, I mainly do Christian music, so some worship songs out there. I'll be posting a video a week. So I'm super excited for that.
Awesome. What do you have for us today?
I'm going to play an original. I just wrote it about 2 weeks ago. My heart is with Love the City, which is an awesome organization. And we just go out and love the city. And that's what I want to do with my music, is to be able to just spread love with my music. And so this is called Love the City.
Take it away.
We're going out right now. On the streets, here we go, let's make a crowd. Whoa. We're fired up right now. On our way to go, share with the crowd. His love, His grace, His name above all names. We're gonna love the city. Love the city. Whoa. We're gonna love the city. Love the city. Whoa. Love the city right now. Going out right now. On the streets, here we go, let's make a crowd. Whoa. Fired up right now. On our way to go, share with the crowd. His love, His grace, His name above all names.
Yeah.
Very good.
Nice.
That was good.
Nice.
Gabe, how did that feel?
Oh, it was awesome. My first time ever performing it in front of people.
Hey.
Brand new song. It's just awesome to be able to perform in front of you guys, and so I appreciate that. And so yeah, new song, and I'm super excited.
So a lot of people may not know, like, tell us a little bit about your music journey, how old you are.
Yeah, so I'm 15 years old, and my heart is, like I said in the beginning, with just loving the city, and I write mainly Christian music. I've been blessed to be able to tour with some bands a couple years ago, and my heart is with youth too, and so I built a studio in my basement to be able to reach to the youth, and so that kind of what AOTA is doing. I've been a part of AOTA since the beginning, which has been a blessing in disguise. I love that organization, and so my heart, I just want to be able to create number one, an environment where people can just have fun and just know they're loved, they're smart, and they're important, and they belong, which is my church, City Life Lansing. It's their message, and that's what I love. And so I'm gonna try my hardest to, God given me a talent, so I'm gonna try to do my best to share it.
So it sounds like you have a pretty clear vision. A question I like to ask all artists when they perform is, what is the why behind their art? So what's the why behind your craft?
Yeah, man, it's just, something that I, like I said, just, being able to have this amazing talent that God's gifted me with. And, I feel like, he blessed me with this. And so why not use it to the full extent? And so my goal is just to push hard, to be able to just, again, create that space where, number one, youths can have a great time. Families can come together and just sing, and just be able to love. And that's what I try to put in my my songs is when I'm writing, I try to put in just great lyrics, inspiring lyrics, things that will make people happy, enjoy, and know that they do belong, they do have purpose, they are loved.
Awesome. Where can we find your music?
So my Facebook is Gabe Hammis. My Instagram is at Gabe Hammis Music Official, and I'm on YouTube as well. And like I said, I'll be posting for a little bit. I don't know how long, but try to post a video a week, just for inspiration.
Awesome. Thank you so much for performing for us. Give it up one more time. Woo woo! So what I love about the mic drop is that we get to know each other as a community, but what I love about digitally is I get to ask more in-depth questions and kind of spend a little bit of one-on-one time, see into people's worlds. So I want to talk about poetry etiquette because this next performer, she's multi-talented. Like, I actually don't even know what she's performing because I didn't ask. And so she could be singing, she could be doing poetry, but I would just say she is a local star in Lansing. That's what I'm going to call you. So can we give it up for Rose Johnny Cooper?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you? I realized I didn't even actually communicate etiquette. So if you are doing poetry back at home, for those of you that don't know, we snap in the house. So if you want to get some snaps, we snap for poets. And then what we usually say in the house when we are all together is rewind if there's a line. There's a line you like to hear, but it's okay. If you're at home, just say rewind and you can replay it.
Yeah, I'm actually not gonna do a poem. I had thought about doing one. I've been writing a lot of quarantine poetry, but my heart is somewhere different. I had been with this quarantine. I've been under a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety about it, just like everybody else. Feeling like I was not useful and not knowing what my voice is, and more importantly, not knowing what my song is. And I actually have a song today that I want to do.
Yes. So thank you for sharing that. Go ahead, take it away.
All right. When peace like a river attendeth my way, When sorrows like sea billows roll, whatever my lot, thou hast taught me to say, it is well, it is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. It is well, it is well with my soul. When peace like a river attendeth my way, when sorrows like sea billows roll, whatever my lot, thou hast taught me to say, it is well, it is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. It is well, it is well with my soul. It is well, it is well with my soul.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh. Oh,
You're outside singing. How does that feel?
that's the first time I've had a chance to sing since this all started. And my heart is just so full right now to be able to be out here and enjoy this beautiful sunshine and to see people that are actually living and to be on my bike. It means so much. I'm so grateful.
You're making me emotional.
I didn't expect to be. My voice, my song, not just my voice, but my song has been so bound up by it, all this fear and fright and anxiety. And I couldn't sing. I mean, people kept asking me to sing, and I couldn't. I mean, there's nothing wrong with my voice. I just couldn't sing because everything was blocked up. And one day, after I'd written my poems that I thought I was going to do here, one day I was reading something somebody posted on Facebook, and sometimes that's the thing you don't want to do because there's so much out there that's not good for you. And I was reading something somebody said, and I can't remember exactly what this person said, but there was a part where she said, when I can't go anymore, I just say to myself, it is well with my soul. And that just did something to me. And when you said that you wanted people to come on the mic, I said, no, I got to do that song. And after I leave here, I'm taking my bike and I'm singing. And thank you for unblocking me.
Thank you so much for sharing your song. And I think we forget the gifts that we all carry in ourselves. We get caught up in all these other things, and this time allows us to just, I call it just resurrecting the gifts that live in us. And I'm just so thankful that that wasn't blocked for you. And I just want you to know I relate. There were the first few days, the whole week, I couldn't write poetry. And I was like, all my poetry is so negative and it's not even a complete, it's not logical. I don't know what to say. It's my heart is, I love what you said. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people can relate to. There's no song. I don't know what song to sing. But my hope is that this space, and I think you, Rose, unblocked a lot of people today, too.
Oh. You made me ugly cry.
You made me cry.
Oh, okay. I'm going back to being cool now.
That is amazing. That is so important. That's why we do what we do. And thank you, because honestly think you unblocked so many people. That was magic. Those are the magic moments we want to happen. And so, Rose, you're out on your bike. I know a lot of people, that's how they know you, riding around town, singing on that motorcycle.
I haven't gotten out yet, but you know, this is my bike. He's sitting here waiting for me to do something with him, and when we're done with this, I'm gonna go just spin around Old Town, because Old Town and Rio Town, that's my joint. So
Old Town and Rio, that is your joint. Well,
yeah,
I am so appreciative that we got to share in just a magical moment. What is the why behind your craft?
Well, you know, I feel like my bike is my instrument. It's like some people sing in the shower, some people, you know, it's brave enough to sing on stage, but for me, my bike is where I sing. And so one of the things that I've learned, you know, early on is that, you know, people notice me, and I'm not doing it to get people's notice, but to maybe change somebody's feeling about how they felt. Like some of the best times that I have on my bike is when, you know, I'm out doing my thing and I'm not paying attention to what's going on, but I mean, I'm paying attention to the road and whatnot, but I'm not paying attention to who's looking at me. And then I get a notice from somebody that said, yeah, I had a horrible day. I was just having a bad time. And then I heard you and then I saw you and everything was okay. And that's why I do what I do. And, you know, so, you know, 9 out of 10 days when I'm on my bike, I'm just representing me. Hey, people, they're people on the street. I haven't seen people in a long time. I just do what I do, but I also represent Ride and Sing with Sonic Boom, which is my charity organization, where I either take people for rides or I do rides to donate for charity. And so when people, you know, participate in my charity events, I don't take any part of it. I give whatever money the person gives me that they donate, and I donate it to the charity of their choice. So for me, I'm riding anyway, so I might as well have another person ride with me. And for them, they have a way of spending some money and doing something for their good. So me, it's just all about being a public service, whether I'm doing it specifically for Ride and Sing or just doing it because I'm out there doing it.
I love that. Thank you so much for sharing. Where can we find more of your work?
Well, you can find me on the street, especially now that it's about to be warm, and I'm going to be, I ride all over the greater Lansing area. If somebody wants to see me, you know, I tell them, you know, tell me where you generally are. I come and sing, and I don't put on the performance. I just do it. As soon as this terrible crisis that we're in has died down, I'm also an actor. We have some pieces that we're doing with Ixion Theater Ensemble at Robin Theater. I'm also a poet. I'm going to be performing on the 10th, April 10th, online with Poetry Room with Masaki Takahashi.
I'll be performing with you.
Yes, not for that, baby.
Will be too.
Hey, so you know, basically look up and you'll see me.
Awesome. So thank you so much. Can everybody give it up for Rose?
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was fantastic. That is why, seriously, we do what we do. Honestly, that's why, for moments like that. Up next, this performer, we haven't seen him in a while. I cannot tell you how I felt when I heard beatboxing for the first time at our open mic. actually the first time I saw it at a different open mic, and I was like, we got to get some beatboxers at our open mic. So I'm super thankful to introduce this next performer. You probably won't see much like this anywhere else, so glad that you could do it here. Can we give a warm welcome to Jacob Gibson?
What's up?
Woo! How you doing, Jacob?
I'm great. Just setting up changing the extension cord over from my phone to the speaker.
Have you ever done a digital open mic?
I did one a couple days ago for a surprise birthday party for another open mic host that I know. Very poor connection. It was my first time doing one, and it was not a good first experience. So this, with the good connection, is really changing my whole perspective on it.
Technology is a hard thing to figure out. I actually work in the media world, so I do video and I've even done live streaming stuff. But during this time where everybody's doing it, I don't know what's happening. I don't know if it's just me. I don't know if people can relate, but the connection part has been the most challenging for me during this time too, for creating content. So I'm glad that we got you now. Tell us a little bit about how you got into beatboxing.
All right, so the story goes, when I was at my first job, which was Salvation Army in Brighton, I live in Howell, my friend told me that her boyfriend was drunk one night trying to do it. And I never knew it was anything that could be done well. So I went on YouTube and I looked it up, and there was this guy named Dave Crow doing it in the streets of London. And he was going, like just dubsteppy electronic stuff. And I'm a big fan of electronic music, a big metalhead as well, which influences a lot of what I do. And the thing that bugs me about electronic music is it's so heavy and crazy and high energy, but the performer is behind a table and they have to be stationary pretty much. So they're not feeling the music the way the audience is, so they can't be in time with the audience. With this, I can be as hype as the audience is and get them even more hyped up because I'm all over the stage yelling and making these noises and whatnot. So yeah, that'll tie into the why I do later.
Yes, I love how passionate you are. I'm like, you're ready. Just go for it. You're ready and we're ready for you. So take it away.
Where to begin? What I think I got, falling in love with you. I don't know where to begin. What I think I got, falling in love with you, falling in love with you, falling in love with you. Falling in love with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Whoop.
You know what's so interesting about beatboxing is there's such intricate sounds that you're only doing with the instrument of like your mouth. It's like, it's crazy. And you know what, I hope once all this is over that you do come back and perform live so that we can all like really get pumped up in our house, because something different about the vibration in the room with that audio. How did that feel for you?
Good. I mean, I've been doing that I've been live streaming and practicing and doing all kinds of stuff since all this started. So, it feels good to be doing it for people, but this is not the same. What was the name of the first guy that performed?
Gabe.
Gabe. You still in here, Gabe?
I am.
Okay, dude, you got to go to more open mics. I go to as many as I can find. And I know this is your first time performing in front of people. Do it live.
No, it was my first time performing that song in front of people. I go to
okay,
as much as I can.
Okay,
Yeah.
well.
But I love the cross like support. So yes,
Yeah.
everybody encourage each other. I love that.
We gotta collab.
Okay.
You heard it first. You heard it first at this Mic Drop Digital show that they're collabing. You heard it first here. So you told us a little bit about how you got into it, and you said that. Tell us, what is the why behind why you beatbox?
So I told you about all the frustrating stuff about electronic dance music. So the fact that I can make people want to physically move by speaking. Any instrument makes people feel something. Those are extensions of your bodies. This is literally my voice. I am speaking to you. It's not English, but it's speech. And the fact that you can speak and make somebody want to physically move, that is powerful. That is extremely powerful.
Yeah, that is so true. I've never heard it from that perspective. So that's awesome.
That's why I do the beatboxing. I've been playing guitar for 15, 16 years, something like that. I'm a big metalhead. Even if I'm not playing metal, you can tell I like metal because the way the riffs are. And that's more for rhythmic, riff-based things that just have to come out. And as far as singing and songwriting goes, a lot of it's very dark and not necessarily spooky, but topics that I will not mention. Some of it is just, I get looks like, oh, I had no idea.
But you know what? All art is good, and I would go on a whim to say that it's just like an ice cream shop, but a different flavor for different people. You know,
Yeah.
So different flavors for different people, and so what one person may be their favorite flavor, another person that might just not fit their taste buds. KT loves mint stuff. I don't. I just don't. But I love him. No, but everybody has a different flavor, you know? So thank you for showing us what you got. I really appreciate it. Where can we find more of your work? You said you do all these other things. So where can we keep in touch with you and keep up with the stuff you're up to?
You'll see me do stuff most often on Facebook. That's where I do most of the live streaming. That's where I have the most people, access to the most people. I do stuff on YouTube. You can find me at Jacob A. Gibson on Facebook, and it's Jacob Gibson Beatbox on YouTube. And I believe Instagram is still like that, and Twitch. I don't do any gaming on Twitch or anything, but
Twitch is like the new thing. I gotta learn it. Give it up one more time. Woo!
Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. That was awesome. Next, we have two awesome performers. We have Emmanuel Peary and Gabe Peacock. Can we give it up for Emmanuel and Gabe?
Hello.
How's it going, you two?
We're doing good.
Yeah. So you guys are roomies, right?
Yeah, we go to Michigan State and we room together. And obviously, what's going on right now kind of made everything go out of whack. Emmanuel is from Zambia, so he couldn't really get home. So we're both back at my house, and he's just hanging here until we can find a way for him to get home. So,
I mean, roomies turned into family.
yeah.
How has it been going, Emmanuel, for you?
I think so far it's great. Like everyone's been nice, and I've been able to be with people who I enjoy being around. And also, I feel like it's been an interesting like movement because now everything's online and have to adjust. But the fun thing is that I have more time to write music and do the things I love.
That's true. A lot of creatives are saying that once we do slow down or once we get past the emotion part, we can get to the creative thing, which we love to do. And I think during this time more than ever, and maybe it's just me, but people are appreciating the arts because you realize that there's a need for the escape. There's a need to fill your heart back up. So that is a good thing. So have you guys been playing and creating any things together? Like have you guys been working on things together?
Yeah, we had just before spring break, we had got everything going with Zora, and we got split up, and so we haven't been able to write with her, which is kind of unfortunate. But Emmanuel and I have been coming up with stuff, just writing some songs and trying to come up with ideas while we're home.
Awesome. So what are you guys performing today?
Yeah, we have one of the songs we wrote 2 weeks ago. It's called I'll Never Turn You Away. Okay. I haven't yet mastered the lyrics, but I'm getting there.
This is a perfect place for you to practice those. Take it away.
Mm-hmm. And I try too hard. When I fall too far. If you'd seen where I've been, you'd run till I had no hope. If I sing, I need you. Promise me you'll always stay. And I could you and find a way to love and live again. To breathe again. I'll never turn you away. You can standing there. Please tell me I am afraid on my head till the end. I'll never turn you away. I cry, I sigh like street. Give me what I need you. Only till I'm breathing home. And someday, when I can stand, I will give you all I have. But for now, I'll give my heart. My love to live. A girl to breathe again. I'll never turn you away. Dance, stand with me. Be there when I am afraid. Hold my hand till the end. I'll never turn you away. I'll never turn you away.
Yeah,
Yes.
so good.
Woo! How did that feel, you two?
It was amazing.
So I know you guys have been playing songs and practicing and writing stuff, but have you been able to perform for people?
My parents kind of forced us into doing a Zoom kind of thing with some of their friends and family friends and stuff. So we did that, and that was fun. But other than that, we've just been writing.
That's awesome. So I guess you're coming up with a quarantine album.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be called Quarantini. Just saying.
We're calling it the Quarantine Classics, actually.
That's true. That feels more like your vibe. Quarantini is more my vibe, I guess. I love that. I love that. And so that's why I asked. I was like, have you been performing? Because I'm sure family wants to hear you all.
Yeah.
Have you been able to connect with your family at all, Emmanuel?
Yeah, I usually video call them every 2 days. So like we just talk about like how life is back home and how everyone's coping with the situation.
How is it back home? Is it any different from the US?
Sort of. So there's only like a few cases, but it's not like where my family are staying, but they're still taking precautions to stay safe and be careful.
So they're not on lockdown like we are?
The schools have shut down and some workplaces, but not all of them.
And where are you exactly from? One more time.
Zambia. It's a country in Southern Africa.
Zambia. And when's the last time that you've been there?
Over winter break, I went to visit my family.
Well, good thing you visited over winter break, right? You weren't able to go during the end of the year. And do you guys have any word on what's going on with school with MSU?
They've made it online until the end of the semester. I think the campus is still open for kids to stay there if they need it, but they've kind of encouraged everyone to get out if they can. We still have to go back and get some of our stuff out of our dorm because we just like up and left when they said like classes are done. So that's kind of all a mess.
Bad. But I'm glad you guys have each other. You guys can get closer and we get to an amazing album out of this. Just saying. So I want you all to answer the question, what is the why behind your craft?
I think I started writing music about 2 years ago because I got inspired by an artist, but then also because I was like going through a rough time, and writing music helped me deal with my emotions, even though I didn't fully know it was helping me. So what would happen is I would just like write words that come to my mind as I'm writing them. Then after I'm done with the song, I would listen to the song and realize this actually like really means something to me. It's impactful. And then I would also hear people experience the songs differently for themselves, and that's just like amazing. So for me, music is about making people feel, whether it's like the bad feelings or the happy feelings, just to get through them and move forward. I feel like that's what music is to me.
What about you, Gabe?
I think he's pretty similar to me. I played instruments all the way since middle school, but I never, I always tried to write songs and I could never finish it. Like I could get started, but I never found that last piece that I needed. And then when we moved into state, we had never even talked before we got assigned. It wasn't like we knew. And he's like, "Yeah, I can sing okay." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then we get to school and he can sing like, how he does. And I'm like, all right. And it was just kind of nice to be able to bounce stuff off of each other. And I think, like he was saying, it's just nice to be able to convey emotion to people. I don't necessarily need it to feel one way or the other, but if we can make something that lets people feel a certain way that's personal to them, then I think that's the point of making music.
How awesome that you two got paired as roommates.
Yeah.
And then now, you get to spend this time together. And so where can we find your work or this new band's work?
Yeah, so the band is on Instagram. It's called Fifth Fret Band. We haven't yet released music because we got split up, but we might be trying to figure out a way to release music soon.
Thank you guys so much, all of you, for performing. And thanks to everybody who tunes in and listens so that every single artist is supportive and so supported. I encourage people that if you saw this episode to please check out every single artist's work. We are expressing our hearts when we put it out there. And so give them a like, give them a Spotify or a Instagram, like and follow their page. And we are just so glad that you're here. Thank you guys all so much. Let's give it up for everybody. Yourselves. Give it up for yourselves.
Yeah.
I heard that like if you hug yourself, your body thinks it's the same thing. I think my brain's too smart and is like, no, that's not a real hug. But somebody said that, so hug yourselves from us to you, and until we can get back together. Now, other artists, if you're interested in performing for the mic drop, we just ask that you shoot us a message on Instagram. So we are the mic drop _Lansing. And so follow us on Instagram and you can message there and we'll get you on the lineup. We do recordings on different days of the week, but it'll always show on Wednesday at 7:30. So thanks so much for being here. Thank you guys so much. You rock.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
full